in our code, the file app.js is the entry point for our application. So let's remove the already existing code so that we can write all the code from the scratch ourselves. So the first thing that we would be doing is import React. However, the dependencies for React have already been included in Expo or Snacks. So we just need to import React to be able to use it. And so write import star as React from React. Here star means everything. So basically we are importing everything from React as React. The next thing we do is make a class called app. If you have already done object-oriented programming, this syntax should be very easy for you. And if you don't know object-oriented programming, you do not need to worry because it's going to be very simple and you just need to understand what's happening here. So we make a class app that extends a class called component, which is already present in React. So the React.component is our parent class and app is the child class. Now we have inherited all the functionalities of the component class in our app class. Now just like any other class, we would be making functions and methods in it, and now we'd be making a special function known as render. The render function would be telling us about what would be displayed on the app when we try to run it or we are trying to display the contents of the application. So everything that we return from the render function would be displayed on the screen when we are running the app class. However, the syntax inside the return would appear as if it's HTML because we'd be using syntax including angled brackets. Now these tags and syntax is known as JXX, which means JavaScript XML. So for now, let's just write the basic HTML tags here. The div tag is nothing but an empty tag inside which I'd be making a p tag, which is called paragraph tag. Now after writing the text in my p tag, we can still see that there is an error coming up. This is because whatever we are coding is not a web app anymore. We are making it as a mobile application and it has to be run on an Android or iOS device, not on a web page. Hence, we'd be requiring the functionalities of native buttons of an iOS or an Android device. Now to use the native UI components, we'd be requiring two components from a package called React Native, which is already included in the snacks. So I'd be importing two components that are view and text from React Native package. And now I'd be replacing the div tag with my view tag or view component. And similarly, I'd be replacing the p tag with text component. And now these are both native UI components. So they'd be rendered as native Android components for an Android device and native iOS components for an iOS device. Now we have built an app using the components by importing the components from packages. Now we have to export the application as well so that we could be able to use it outside these files or model. So for that, I'd be writing export default app, and just after writing it, you can see that on the top left part of the mobile screen, we can see coding elements text being rendered. Now let's repeat the coding elements line, and we can see that the moment we are changing the code in our app.js file, the updates are being rendered on the mobile screen.